Okay, Steve, what are you up to today?
Cutting a tub out. We've had some cracks in the bottom, so we know it's leaking. Tub's got to be replaced. Easiest way to pull it out is just to start cutting.
Start cutting. Yep.
Put things up and put them down.
And what is the name of that tool?
This is my reciprocating saw. Ryobi. Nice battery powered. It's pretty durable. Can cut through just about anything, especially this hard plastic that the tub's made of. Little rough edge saw blade here. Reciprocates. That's the name.
That's the name. All right, so we started this already where we cut out the front step. And the reason being, let's show them where that, before you start that, where's that crack at? Point it out.
It's right there.
Can you see that? I see it. It's about, how long would you say that is?
I'd say about 3 inches.
Yeah. And, you know, this is pretty crisp. It's been here since inception of the mobile home. So we had the step that we make over here. We had a big crack on it, but we did this step thing, which was kind of cool. Made it look like it was part of the design. And a couple years ago we had corrected that. So go ahead.
All right, here we go.
So why are you cutting it like that?
Because I want to cut the drain out, but I also want to make sure I don't cut the drain lines in the process.
Okay.
The bottom has this black plastic reinforcement, so it's making it a little more difficult to cut through it. But I think here we go. Alright, so the drain line goes directly down, so I should have no problems cutting around this drain. Alright, so here we go again.
Now what we're also going to do, because we have such a nice, and it's plastic, you can get these sheets at Lowe's. Both sides look like this. It's kind of like rough texture. But it's all the way up to the ceiling. And we just had that placed up there about 1.5 years, 2 years ago. So it makes it a really nice waterproof. And it was put together pretty decent. So we're going to try to be very careful today. Trying to disconnect it from the walls here, because we're not going to put in a tub this size. We're going to get a smaller one and put it back over here, because these plastic tubs that don't last that long, and especially if you have large people that step in and out, that's why we have these cracks.
Yep.
We usually get a tub, if it can fit, that's usually 60 inches. It's better made, and actually it's less money, but these garden tubs cost about $400 or more, depending on the manufacturer.
Well, more than a regular house tub.
Yeah, and when you look at it, that's all styrofoam. You got these little plastic white feet right there, right by Steve's foot, that just, the tub just sits on. And I guess for a while they are pretty durable, but That's another reason why we don't like to put back mobile home tubs. Okay, what are you thinking, Steve?
What I'm gonna do now is probably cut around here, around the top of the tub, so I get the bulk of the tub out.
Okay.
Then we can get closer to the edge and start worrying about, because I think there's screws that hold it into the wall. But to get to them, we may have to take this off.
And I hope not.
Hope not.
I hope it's just what he did to, you know, secure the tub to the wall, and we can kind of lift this up and salvage it. All right.
Okay, right now Lisa's cutting the vinyl off the edge of the tub so we can get to the screws that hold the tub in place.
Okay, so we use the multi-tool so that we can get back over here and get to all those screws that you see there. Then we're going to use a multi-tool with the square tip so we can get in the corner. But this, we're releasing it. This way we won't have to ruin this whole nice round. We'll build back up. We'll put some tile or I guess waterproofing, what were we talking about earlier putting there? But anyways, it'll look like it was meant to be like that. It'll look really good, right?
Designed by Lisa.
Designed by Lisa. So it's gonna save us a lot of work. Name that tool. If you can name that tool, you have nothing. I'm just kidding. This is a vice grip, and when we run into issues that looks like we're running into where they get stripped, sometimes we have to use this little tool to wrap around the screw and slowly screw it out. Just like what Steve is doing right there. We have one that's a pin in the rear. And these are super long screws, I would say about 2 or 3 inches.
20 feet, give or take.
20 feet, yeah. And this is what you have to end up doing. A lot of them become very brittled and rusty, and just like over here.
Mostly rusty.
We got that one out, right?
Yep.
What's
That's one, only 3 more to go.
Tell me a little bit about that vice grip tool. Why do you like it?
Because it can clamp down, use to pull staples, nails, and screws out. If these heads get stripped out, as they sometimes do, I can take this, clamp down on it, adjust the pressure on it, clamp down on it, and it gets a really good grip, and then I can just take it and screw it out or pull it out if it's a nail.
And that's exactly what you did right now. These are the nails. So yeah, they're 30 feet, not 25. As soon as it looks like we have another one in the corner over there.
There's one here I gotta get out, one here, and one here that I have to get out.
So we got to take all this gunk around it off so we can grab the screw with the vice grip. and then go from there.
Yep.